Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Monster Interrupted, where we're playing Book 1 of the Pathfinder's Abomination Vaults. Did we mention that Paizo is actually turning this into a 5th edition, like a 5e version? Did we already mention that on air?
Okay. I don't know if we brought it up, but yeah, it was recently announced that they're doing a 5th edition.
I remember you bringing that up.
I think I brought it up in Age of Ashes, which is actually more relevant to bring it up here. So, welcome back to the fold, Corey Chiasson, because, you know, I got a gnome with your name on it. But before we get to that, I wanted to draw attention to our YouTube channel, give a shout out to, I'm just so flattered because George has been leaving comments, and I'm just going to pretend he's one of the Beatles, because his comments don't sound as harsh and as mean in my head if I pretend he's George Harrison of the Beatles. I mean, here's a guy that, but no, I'm not dishing this guy, okay? Some of our content is a year old, and he's talking like he just watched it and we just shot it, which is good because he's reminding of us, hey, the rules. One comment to remember, he's asking why I kept nerfing charge. You know, so someone like George, who might only play this one rule set, I'm still stuck in some of the other rule sets where you got to you need a 10-foot thing, you can't make 90-degree angles or whatever. And we'd switch between Matthew's awesome charges and me playing other systems. Now, not an excuse, as a good GM, I should know my shit. But I actually got into the habit of start commenting back, going, well, this is this and that is that. And I'm like, no, you know, just let the guy post his thing. That's fine. And then I've never seen anyone like yell on a comment, like caps, you know, lay on hands, this, you're doing it wrong. Right? And my first thought was, well, simmer down, snowflake. But it's like, no, God damn it, George, we love you. Just keep commenting, man, because like I think I scared Benny away. We used to have a guy, Benny, and he was all over us. You know, we do read the comments, and we do try to keep the rules in mind. And if you're forgiving enough to realize that we have 4 or 5 shows, all not in the same system with some same cast members, you know, that a lot of this gets befuddled in our brains, particularly mine, then we can come to an understanding. But that does not mean I want to stop anyone from leaving comments. I generally, unless someone's putting up bullshit Russian porn, I usually don't censor comments. And like, there's a lot of people that will just like put up the good ones, all the gushing, and leave out the harsh stuff. And it's like, well, that seems like BS to me. Like, I know I'm not great at 2nd edition, so, you know, here's fans that are getting into it. Some people be wondering, well, why would you put up with that? Well, think about it. These guys are investing, like, hours. If he's watching the whole show, and he's on episode 17, I know he's put, like, 20 hours into my show. Hey, thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for watching. Let him remind me that I screwed something up again. And we should know it better by now. That's fine. You go, George. Like, you know, because in my head at this point, after 6 years of doing this, it's like, hey, man, thanks for listening. You know, that's all I got to say. I wouldn't let my wife read comments. She'd be like, ah. We had a comment about Cheryl playing with you guys, episode 4, and someone was worried if this woman is still going to be in the show because she doesn't really seem to have very happy playing. I don't know if I've explained this before, but my wife and I have a private game one-on-one. She's great. But when I play in a group, she's like, there's just something about when you play with the guys that really gets me going. What do you mean? And then I remembered my relationship with Rob Hammond. I love playing with Rob, especially when he's DMing. But when I'm DMing and he's a player under me, I just get it gets irritating, and it's all I can do, keep a lid on. So I get it, and I'm just curious, and this is an open question for you guys as well as the audience out there. Email us at rollmongers@gmail.com. Is there that balance of something that someone you play with, or a game you play that you absolutely love, and then there's that other side of like, is there a system or something that, you know, they're playing and it just gets your goat, that kind of thing. Now, I'm not looking to spread any hate or ill will. Mm-hmm. It's something that clicked recently, reading some fan stuff and then talking to Cheryl and then realizing, because I kept dragging her into games. Come on, this will be different. You know, finally I let her be. because I also kept dragging Rob Hammond into games under me. Cameo, come on, man, we'll work this out, right? But, there's chemistry with some people, and sometimes there is not. And I don't want to discourage anyone. I'm hoping people watch our content, and even if we pretend to argue or actually argue, that doesn't detract you from your love of the game, the love of the story that you're watching. Because at the end of the day, I used to say no game is better than bad game, but now it's like, you got no game, you got nothing. What are you doing? Why are those books on your shelf? That's torture. Look at all those books that you bought. Don't get me started on like 6 printings of Pathfinder First Edition. That's why I got into PDFs. But yeah. Anyway, we're back. My rant is over. And the scene comes down to the chapel slash, I want to say archive of Sarenrae once more, but it doesn't come down to where you think. And of course, I don't have the right sound effect that I wanted. There it is. Hopefully this won't mess up too many things. Upon the roof this time, we see 2 figures. One sitting on a forward curved edge, just letting his knees droop, folded hands, palms up, eyes closed, wind blowing his beard, enjoying the breeze, in complete detracted meditation. The other, a smaller, more diminutive figure who is clinging to the center spire of the main dome for dear life, calling out louder than he needs to over what seems to be like an overly windy day. Because it's, you get top of a skyscraper or you step out, see a tower or something, and it's like, it's really windy, it gets really loud in your ears, right? So the scene comes down to Jargon Whitmore. Don't ask me how the 2 of them got up here. Clinging to this spire, calling out to our dwarven monk, Cognual, like he's been patiently waiting. And he's like, Mr. Cognual, sir, how long does this enlightenment usually take? And he's like, looking around. Sir, I don't feel enlightened. It looks really dangerous. Could we possibly speak down on the ground? We've been up here for 30 minutes. You haven't said a word.
Calm, my friend. Very calm. Danger is but in your mind. Have no fear. Think to yourself, there is no danger. There is none. Come closer. We agreed that you must learn.
Okay, I got this. He closes his eyes as instructed. Can I have a diplomacy check from you, sir?
Diplomacy. Oh, maybe this will be good.
Well, you're trying to talk him into something, right? Like, see if he's buying it.
Looks like I got an 8. Why did it not show up in the chat?
Okay. So he closes his eyes, and 3 seconds later, one pops back open going, nope. I can't. Closing my eyes makes it worse. I can feel, like, how the gnomes have the antennae for eyebrow, right? They're like bent over in the wind. The dude's really feeling the fear. You're not selling up. Okay, if you won't come down, I'll meet you halfway. And he leans out and almost slips and grabs the pole again. I don't mean like halfway out on the roof. That's madness. I mean, could you, would you mind telling me, anyway, he spares one hand and starts digging into a pouch, trying to get out his notes and his pen, while sort of one arm wrapped around the spire, kind of ambitious. And they start like flying everywhere, and one flies near the monk. And he snatches it out of the air like a fly with chopsticks. And he's like, oh, great. He saved one out of like 20 very expensive pieces of parchment. Would you mind just writing down your story? Why are we, let's start about where you're from.
I'm going to get up, slowly but surely get up and shake my head and look at them and go, we can strike a new bargain. If you will not meditate, then you must train.
Anything's better than this.
Then so be it.
Okay.
Do we have a flat roof here or not really?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, like, let me just cut to the battle music, right? So, like, cut to still up in the air, like on a balcony, right? And he's still kind of peering over the, like, we're on a flat surface now, right? We're on one of these upper balconies of the, you've kind of taken him over the edge of the roof and flipped him down onto a balcony. And the balcony's a decent size, but it still has that contained fighting space, like 5 feet deep and only 10 or 15 feet long. He's got nowhere to go, right? And perched standing on the actual rail is our dwarven monk, and here's the gnome standing there kind of like, of course, he looks like a kid because the rail's like up to his chin, looking over going, well, I guess this is a little better. So, what'd you have in mind for training?
Well, first you must learn to defend yourself. Be prepared. It will come quick. And I will just quickly step closer to him and throw a couple of quick punches at him. Not meaning to hit him, but just enough to maybe give him a little. You got to pay attention here.
Yeah. Well, you asked to pay attention, so he's eyes front, and you come at him doing the big. Sure. Okay. Now think of this as an aspiring master. Give me some strikes, and the higher rolls, you're going to place them where you want. So, like, decently high rolls are going to be decent hits. As I'm saying, as he rolls a natural 1. So, get ready. He freaking pops him in the nose. just.
All right, so you're looking for a strike.
Oh, he's out. He's out cold. Fast forward 20 minutes. You're, like, fanning him with that one sheet that you caught, propping him up on your leg, right? And he's like, Ma, I swear I didn't take all the goat's milk. And he looks up at you and sees that you're like cradling his head on your knees, all anime, fanning him, smiling down benevolently, and he's gets a little blushes and sits up. Well, well, as you can see, I could give as good as I got. How long were we out? Implying that he might have got a hit in.
Well, you, sir, were out for 20 minutes. I will give you that one, so you get the first question for free.
Oh, let's see. There you go. I'm a fast healer. Only 20 minutes. Usually I'm out for like an hour. And don't get me drinking. Okay. All right. Goes over and like the sort of Mother May I, big grasping hand, slowly plucks that one parchment from you, digs in his bag, and begins to write. Where do you hail from, big guy?
Big guy. And how tall is this gentleman?
He's like 3 foot nothing.
So I guess to him, my 4 foot something or other.
Well, I'm thinking of like burly dwarf, right? Like you're kind of wide. You got the tree trunk arms, right? And you work out, So where are you from? Pinch the bicep, big guy,
So I'm going to stand to my feet, take a traditional fighting stance and just start throwing some punches and. A few kicks at the air, nothing really at him, just sort of going about doing my thing.
Okay.
You may have heard, but I am from Palmet Heights of Tarquata.
He thinks about it. How do you spell that? Obviously, he's never heard of it. Anyway, you spell it for him. Interesting enough, he's very distracted on his paper, and he starts pacing back and forth, but he does seem to be aware of what's around him. And almost like because he's so focused on his writing, he's in his zone. I'm not saying he like kung fu dodges you, like he's so great that he is so good that he can't ignore you. And yet his reflexes are better in this mode against you than if he was perfectly facing forward. You know what I mean? So picture now, as your story unfolds, as you're like doing the sort of chi, but a little bit faster, so it's actual like training katas, he's sort of walking around you and making notes and like, leans against the wall to make a quick scribble and then looks down as you're striking over his head and just nearly misses. Like, ooh, I like that. And then looks up at you as you withdraw or block, and and then the story progresses. So, talk about your family in here in Point Centerville. Let me just kind of mix quick.
And while we're going about this, I am actually going to purposely, throw some punches and stuff in his direction. Again, not necessarily meaning to directly hit him or anything, but enough to keep him on his toes.
Yeah, let's have it.
So, are you looking for another strike, maybe?
Yeah. Just spam some slowly on and off as the as the tension grows.
Oh, we got a 14.
There you go. Okay, that's better.
So, as we go along, I can tell him that, well, sir, I only know of my mother and father. My mother, Ketgwyn, and my father, Cromkill. They were both fighters of their time and put inside me the want to learn the martial skill.
Oh, yeah. He suddenly peers over the balcony and notices that someone's opened the big bay doors to the library, and you can hear chatter of people, because you got to be quiet in the archive, but people come out on the balconies below us, and it's kind of interruptive, but he just he notices what it is, and then looks at you, and then nods, shakes his head like, no, keep going, don't worry, like, just ignore those people in the background, keep going. So,
oh, we got a 9.
9. You grab him by the collar a little more rough than you'd like, shake him up a bit. But when he's done wobbling, he just kind of drops the parchment on your arm and writes something down on the paper right up your arm like a little table, and then snatches it away, and you let him go, and we continue. What'd your parents do for a living?
Oh, they trained most of every day of their life to be better fighters in the skills of axes and big hammers.
Cut to a back shot of you from the back, and then you just see his head like peek around, like he's checking for axes and armor. Don't see any on you.
No, those are not my weapons of choice. I prefer my hands and possibly a bow staff once in a while.
Yeah, you've got this sort of other side of the world Taishan vibe going on here. Not your stereotypical, axes and armors, but I like it. It works for you. And by the way, and he leans in, and he's like, "Green beard club for men works for me, huh?" And he takes off his hat, and you can see where like the roots are bleeding through his own hair dye. He puts his hat back on, gives you a wink.
Oh, I love it. An 11, sir.
Okay. Some shoving and grabbing. It's provoking. You know what I mean? Like, you put the 2 fingers on him and you push him back and make him stumble. Like, you're showing him that you can make contact, with these kinds of roles, right? Right. Mother, father, trained, but would you say that you're like the black sheep of the family? Like, how does mom and dad feel about you sort of going off? Ooh. Wait a minute. Did they actually train you in like hand to hand? Or did you have to find someone else?
No, I got the beginning of my training from my parents. And since they could not complete my training, I opted to go and join the Uad of Osirin, where the dwarven monks live.
Really? Study abroad? Oh,
Absolutely.
I like it. Osirin. Cool. I'm going to have to get an artist, get a sketch of you. You're kind of, well, I wouldn't say you're one of a kind. I mean, there's a whole cabal of you somewhere. But out here, I can't say we see a lot of dwarves that are like rocking the robes, you know what I'm saying? Well, unless they have that oogly boogly poof thing going on. Shout out to the Age of Ashes, the Elven Portal podcast. But anyway, I digress. Okay, mom, dad, master. So what brings you from there all the way to Otari?
Seeking adventure, sir. Adventure runs long in my family.
Oh, so mom and dad were bit by the wilderness bug, then they come home, hang up the axe, have you, train you all up, and just loose you on the world, as it were. And he leans in and puts a hand on your shoulder, pulls himself right off the ground. That's impressive strength for one arm. Just so he get his head up to like almost your eye level, and then does the buddy horizon scan with the other hand, unleashed upon the world. And then he drops down, snatches the parchment, and keeps writing. I like it. So, there has been some debate about your effectiveness in the group, as a group. I've already spoken with the rest of your party. How do you feel about, how can I put this delicately? Well, obviously you're a very open-minded individual. I mean, not everyone would follow a small folk. Well, usually humans. I mean, as a minority race myself, I know what it's like to face certain prejudices. I'm sure you have even yourself, or at least stereotypes. He says, but I'm just curious, do you feel that you're getting equal treatment within the party? You know, is there like, he's almost like he shows you his little HR badge, right?
I feel that it is more important for me to spread my learnings of the world onto my friends than it is so much for equal treatment.
Evil taskmaster, closest thing to prejudice human, we have a dwarf. Because you think about it, like, you've got a half-orc, a goblin, a hobgoblin. Like, next to you, the halfling is like the closest thing to your generic token human, right? He's asking you if you're getting marginalized. It's like, this guy's nuts. But anyway, okay, evil leader. Think I'm missing something.
Maybe what you're missing is my past.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back years. Yeah, lay it on me. Half my notes blew away in that frickin' up there. So yeah, let's free flow. Hit me.
I'm not sure that you've noticed, but you see this little ring here on my beard?
Oh yeah, you kidding me? Besides, like, well, not that your gut, but your robes kind of hang over your belt buckle, and that's usually, you know, at my height.
This ring was given to me by my very distant uncle. My Uncle Balin.
Uncle Balin?
He was the Lord of Moria.
The Balin?
The Balin, sir.
Copyright something Jackson something. The Balin. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, he went on a journey with some hobbit. They slew a dragon.
Small folk, halfling, I believe hobbit has become a derogatory term in this verse. You might want to scratch that. Delusions of grandeur, famous uncles, figmentation. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Yes, well, this journey, you know, intrigued me, so this is where I became interested in adventuring amongst the other people of the world.
Do you miss home? You know, not having a roof over your head? Is it true that dwarves are agoraphobic?
No. Not this dwarf.
Or is it agoraphobic? Or is it, you know, I mean, fear of wide open spaces?
I would believe that there would be some dwarves who are feared of things like that.
Sorry, it's agoraphobic, right? Agoraphobic is like fear of gorillas or something?
Agoraphobic? Never heard. I'm definitely not part of that.
Yeah. There's a moment where the two of us look at each other at the mention of gorillas, look at the camera, and then look back and keep going.
Are you trying to pick on my dwarfu attack, sir?
Dwarfu? Oh, I like the sound of that. Did you make that up? Are you pulling my leg? Is that a thing?
It is absolutely a thing, sir.
He like bends over sideways, just starts looking at your shank and like your impressive calf. He's like, "Is that a thing?" And you just see the head popping out, different angles, like, you know, he's like behind you, in front of you, like, checking it. He doesn't touch you, but it's just, you know, close inspection, right? Pulls out the little monocle.
We get a 19.
Now, you've been taking and slapping around this entire time. Maybe people don't like being interviewed, and he's used to it, because he actually asks you, can I see some of that? Like, you've not been trying to train him this entire time. I'd like to see some of that someday.
Oh, would you, sir? So, at that point, I'm going to drop into a Guerrilla Stance.
I love how it says you hit Tiny Fae. I guess we still have you targeted for
apparently you still have me targeted on Tiny Fae. It's been a while since
You're not a gnome! Well, actually, gnome are still first world Fae world, but... Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, so absolutely. So I am going to drop into a Guerrilla Stance. And, you know, I'm going to... The way it works is, you know, I lower myself to the ground with both fists on the ground and become somewhat menacing, much like a gorilla would do. And then I will throw a few punches and maybe take a little dive and roll. Try to make it look a little bit fancy.
Yeah, the way they jump around in the park.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. They throw their bulk around to intimidate, and they also show how quick and acrobatic they can be instead of slow. And yeah, you're always glad you're on this side of the glass, right? Okay. Yeah, well, he's quick on his feet. Like, now he's paying attention. Like, you move in, he doesn't, like, dodge. You know, that's why he popped it in the on the nose. But if you're just, like, trying to be the train moving, like, you better get out of the way. No, little dude is quick. Jargon just, like, ooh, turn sideways as you, like, you know, go up the wall and come back down and roll around and all this kind of thing. Finally, cutting us short, one of the archive attendants opens the glass double doors inward and says, "Gentlemen, please do not touch the glass," because you've, you know, ran up a wall and ran across the windows, what type of thing. They are antiques, as well as, and he just, like, looks around. You know, the gnome's got ink on his fingers and making, you know, is this some sort of ritual combat or some other personal ritual? He says, you know, we do rent out halls. He starts going on like, you guys have wedding plans together. Offers you a hall to rent and all this kind of, you know. Did I interrupt something? No. We just need a few more minutes. Thank you. And he just starts pulling the door closed in the attendant's face. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just a few more minutes. All right, big guy, we better hurry this up. This is good, though. This is good stuff. Anything else you want to add? Damn, I wish I had this artist up here. Getting you in that role. Get in that pose, you know, and he tries to, like, emulate it, you know. It's good stuff. Hey, what? The Gazetteer likes drawings, you know. It has a cartoon section.
No, I don't believe there is anything else I can add. I do enjoy your area here. I've been here for quite some time. I find the adventuring here quite fulfilling.
Oh, I'm not from here. I'm just passing through. You know, I had an itch I had to scratch, and I was looking into Bellicor, and then, well, long story short, let's just say I'm in the right place, the right time, because when that light went off and hit that graveyard, poor souls, may they rest in peace, thoughts and prayers, and he looks down and does a little thing. You guys did not hesitate. It was like you were there by accident, having some kind of picnic or something, but we know the truth. We know you stormed up that hill and defended this town, and I don't use this term lightly, sir, but you are a hero, and people need to know that, and that is why I'm here interviewing your party. I'm going to make you famous. And scene starts pulling out as he opens the doors and, like, starts leading you back inside.
Before you go, sir, there is one point that I would like to point out. This little piece on my beard from Great Uncle Balin, this is mithril.
Really? That's not just silver?
No, sir.
Anyway, he looks around and he's like, keep it down. He says, that stuff is very, very rare. That is a very impressive piece of dwarven history. And again, he, like, leans right in, right? He almost, like, pushes his nose against it and immerses himself in your beard like a hedge, right? It's just kind of like, yes, that's very, very impressive. Bites it. That's the real deal, but I keep it down. You know, you don't want that thing disappearing in the middle of the night, and I certainly don't want to be blamed as one of the few people that knew how much it's worth. You know what I'm saying? So if you just sign this bond as well as this, and he's signing, like, waivers, like, you know, you told me it's not my fault if this goes missing, how valuable it is. And the two of them walk back. Oh, I almost forgot. I had a message from your party leader. And he talks about how the goblin wants to stay in town, tag you out. Don't worry, he'll look after the town in your stead. Because remember how we left you behind last time? Right? Hang on. Where is it? He made me memorize it. That's a good thing, because my note actually blew away. Let's see if I can remember what he said. And he shrugs his little shoulders, and he looks around, and it looks like he's watching a cat running around his feet, and he's like, "Dear monkey, in my heroic leadership role absence, I must study at, you know, such and such a place, and try to keep up and type of thing. Take them back in there." And he prattles on about his stuff. Don't ask anything about Thieves Guild. You weren't there. I have your share of the money. I'm keeping it safe for you. You know, love something go. Anyway, obviously he did not memorize the message properly, because you're getting this hashtag version of like, do this, did this, went here. But it sounds like the gist of it is, you know, gather up and head forth when you guys are ready, but he's going to hang back. Which brings me to the question, gentlemen, what do you guys do now?
I'm going to have a nice rotisserie chicken for dinner.
Did you buy this chicken, or just like, is there something missing in a field here? You're just down by the sea bank again. You just start a campfire pit illegally. And
I'm going to acquire a rotisserie chicken.
Okay. Celebration time.
Imagine they're not that expensive.
Oh yeah, no. They come out, they're like, winner, winner. Drop it in front of you. Get it? Chicken? No.
Oh yeah.
The tavern's called Fortnite, right? Sorry.
Would you like the trivia on where Winner Winner Chicken Dinner came from?
Yes, please.
Well, way back in the day when it became Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, you would win $2.50. So back in the days of Vegas, you could buy a chicken dinner for $2.49.
Ah, so that's why they make it a big. Yeah. And the funny thing is everyone that's running around saying that, the young generation, probably have no idea the lore, don't care. They're like, no, it's a Fortnite thing. Or no, it's a PUBG thing.
See, and here I thought it was like a Great Depression thing. So
no, actually stem from the days of Vegas.
Who's John Manley? My impression apparently sounds like John
Mulaney.
Mulaney?
Yeah, the comedian John Mulaney. Like that, when you were talking about that gnome, that like that's the vibe I get from that gnome.
Okay. It's actually a joke. The fact that I did Corey last on purpose is this is the voice I used for a gnome when I was playing a gnome under Jarrett next to Corey. And Corey loved this guy. He just could not get over. Of course, he was in my basement drinking beer with my wife, and the two of them were half in the bag. And I'd go into this voice, you know, we need supplies. We could just drag the mattress behind, like behind the wagon, that kind of thing. And he'd just be losing his shit. So when I decided that there would be this, gazetteer, rumor monger bard, I made sure he was a gnome. I made sure I gave him that voice. And because we have our own private jokes. And okay, now I'm exposing one, but no, I'm actually tickled that you kind of got your own stick, the John Mulaney, it does something for you. So that's cool. That's one of the things I actually love about gaming is people pull different moments. I don't always. I'm kind of bad for like spelling out some of the jokes. Or like, did you know this was this? Right. I'm so happy. Corey's like, do you know where this came from? I'm like, yes, please. So that I'm not the only one like statically going this and this. So guys, let's get to the evening. You wind down, you have a good night's rest, and you look to reform the party in the morning, or would you brave that place at twilight or even in the evening?
No, in the morning. No.
Negative.
That's crazy. Crazy boy. So crazy.
You got to watch out for some of the comments also on YouTube. There was one about like, I'm surprised this didn't happen when they were looking at the blood. And I'm like, well, actually, it's spoiler, timed. And also if the party does spoiler, I literally put in the word spoiler. Like, X-nay on the hint that they go there. I'll get you.
Man, you get backseat gamers in every form of live streaming, whether it's video gaming on Twitch or running tabletop role playing games.
I get a kick out of it. It's it's better than crickets. It's
some chode is gonna walk into the chat and just be like, "Did you know you could go do this against this boss because I've played this adventure path before."
Yeah, I've not been had that trouble. Actually, some of the guys we have in Discord, they PM me that stuff. They're like, "Hey, have you got this far?" When I did, like, so they're really cool about it. V, the guy I call V, is really good about that too. He'll private message me the spoiler chat talk, but the stuff he puts in the chat for you guys is like, everyone friendly, and I appreciate that. So, guys, are you ready for another stint without your witch? We got an alchemist. We're fine. Eh? Yeah,
I got explosives.
Yeah, it's alchemist time to shine, right?
Okay, drinks a concoction that just makes me glow.
Thanks, I need to see.
I need to see.
It's okay. It's called sharing the love.
Is that your love glow?
Show you my love glow later, I guess.
Oh my.
Behind the
oh my.
boathouse.
That's the behind the boat. We have this use for the boathouse now. Never, don't ask. We found a separate entrance, but it's a wide open staircase, and you got to deal with little super surfer fey dude again. But Corey found keys with symbols on them and a secret door that led to a secret staircase that brought us right down into Morlock Central, where they had cut a deal to get rid of the Morlocks with King Misflit. Remember that? So my question is, well, actually, it's more like a statement. I'm assuming that you guys, when you return, would rather go, the way back where you found the prisoners and, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Sounds logical.
All right. Then pulling up the tracker. Who is on point? And as I drop you guys in the room of happy.
What map are we on? I am not showing one.
Hang on a second here.
Or you just haven't made it that far yet?
Actually, it won't let me re-show the map. So you're looking for Servants' Quarters level 2, which should be... Actually, if you double-click on your character icon at the top of... It should take you to the map. You click on your picture, or I believe it should take you to the map that I've dropped you upon.
Okay, that does not appear to be working. Oh, wait, maybe I'm just not patient enough. And look at that. It worked.
Okay. So what you guys are seeing is Karam's light source. He does not have dark vision. However, his light source will pan out, and if you guys step into like a long hallway, those that you have dark vision will actually see sort of like a grayish lit beyond. So your dark vision actually extends beyond torchlight. And because we have Unity now, you'll actually see that. That's so cool. So, calling up the place whence we came.
Smells like home.
Smells musty.
Well, for him, apparently that's home.
Now, I just threw you guys haphazardly in a room. There is a door we haven't gone through yet. There is another secret door that we found behind this row of chairs. And that's where you guys went last time, into an adjacent hall, started checking out another adjacent room. So did you guys want to just kind of like stay on that vein and go that way, or do you want to go a different way? You are in a 15 by 15 square room, 3 chairs on a wall, hiding a now open secret door. On the east wall, in the center of the west wall, is an actual regular door that we have not checked out yet. And of course, behind you on the north wall is a doorway to the stairs that goes straight up to our secret door.
And there's no Lucy or no.
Oh, sorry. Ignore the cat. The cat just starts following you. What? I will stand in. Right?
Yeah. Well, I had to leave Nog behind, right? Because he's kind of dead weight.
Actually, I think I brought the cat along for the audience view because he has like the brightest light, and I always moved the cat so that the audience in our YouTube video could sort of track,
Oh yeah.
But no, I think he's good right now. There we go.
So, I used one of my infused reagents to create a couple of sun rods, so I'm going to crack one of those.
Cool. Okay. I believe there's a way to do this on an actual... I was just doing this with Joe. You can give a character light. I think it's in your tracker. 1 second. So we go into Grogtot, we go into effects. Yeah, you've got a 25-foot light torch going.
Okay. I do have dim light the next 40 feet, but I don't know if that's going to come into play considering we're in a dungeon.
it should, like, for your mini should adopt, like, as far as I know, it does what your race does.
Okay.
So Karam doesn't. Do you have low light vision, Karam, or just regular vision?
I have low light, but not dark. So I
Okay.
was going to crack a torch.
Yeah. So the 25-foot torch, it says, is actually probably giving you guys 50 feet. Now it.
Luckily, with the sun rod, we can drop it, and it's not going to be a problem to just pick back up if we had to.
Yeah. See, that's going to be a pain in my butt because, because I'm still getting used to this, and I'm not sure about dropping items. I've got.
Well, I
everybody
mean,
with a torch.
more like the idea that, like, if we had to, like, do something with both hands, we could drop it in the space we're in temporarily.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not worried about that. No, it basically is telling me you guys are all carrying a light source. I may have accidentally just told the map that everyone gets a light, but since you did literally show up with your sun rod apiece, except for Kraga, doesn't have any light for him. There you go. Unless you guys, don't want it. Unless you guys would really rather. Oh, you know what? On your character sheet, in your gear, you know how you can go from bag to t-shirt and t-shirts equip? Take it off t-shirt, it puts out the light that you're carrying. That's how it works. There you go. Now you guys are going to probably, at least two of you got lights, so there you go. Okay. Anyway, so which way do you guys want to go?
I'm gonna point at the secret doorway behind the chairs and just be like, "Hey, Grog, hey, Karam, this is the way we've been through before. If you want to follow me, we should probably head this way."
You like the mini we got you, where he's actually holding the stein, like he's in bar mode.
Oh yeah.
Lead away, O Tower of Muscle.
Okay. So you want to step into the hallway?
I have to like slide through sideways because I'm too wide.
Good chubby.
So as soon as you breach that wall, do you see now how the entire wall lights up? Okay, now here's a good example. There is a cone. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is a cone of orange light going past him. That's Karam's torchlight spilling into the hall. And yet the hall is lit in gray, black, and white, way up and down. That's the orc's actual dark vision, which the audience can see both. And that is totally worth. And thank you for the patrons for their donations, because I spent a bunch of patron money on upgrading to Unity, because that's very cool. I know the Friday crew is very impressed. They're like, clicking their torches like a bunch of morons. Okay, guys, enough. Let's, you're in the jungle. Stop lighting up the bushes. Let's go, right? Looks cooler in a dungeon, but. So, Kraga, you immediately see the two doors that we had breached. Those two doors go into a workshop. And beyond, there's another door that went into a prison. But there are still other doors beyond that we did not really get into. If you guys want to do just a quick sweep and recap. Walk through the rooms, show our dwarf around, because he missed all this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll lead them across and through the doors we've been through and show them like the.
Okay. So you guys follow the bouncing. Okay. So this room here is where you guys fought the Morlocks with the slingshot crossbows. Okay. And then the north door here was some kind of. Oh, it's locked. Hang on, I gotta open it. Through here is like a prison where you guys had found 3 rogues from a boat. Corey, they mentioned that the goblin struck a deal with the guildmaster, and if we happen to find her missing people and bring them back alive, we get paid. And we've got paid up front for all 4, even though we only found 3. And like the gnome said, he's holding your share, even though you had nothing to do with those missions. But
was that the one that we found was standing on a platform of some sort?
No. When I did the cameos without you, they found a boat. And then they inquired back at home about the symbol. They found it was the guild symbol. They talked to Yasmir, the guild member, and she said, "I'm missing people. I'll pay you guys 50 silver if you bring back 4 people alive." She's paid the goblin 50 silver for bringing back 3, and the others on trust. And we have really yet to split that money or whatever. At the very least, though, I'm pretty sure these guys are going to try to buy you some healing kits, because you, when they were broke, not only bought healing kits, the monk had leftover money. So I know the party owes you money, and that would be a good time to collect. But I'm, like right now, mid-dungeon. It's not like it's a grocery store. We're not playing War for the Crown where there's a kobold down here with a shop mid-dungeon in the safe room. No, that would be ridiculous.
Rude.
All right, so you guys have seen the place.
Right, which brings us to the last door we have not gone to.
Yeah, in the room.
Right here. This
one
here.
Foyer area.
You go in here. A new room. Da-da-da. You guys are zipping around so quick. I should put that restrict mini thing on again.
Yeah.
All right. I'll stop zipping around.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fun to play with the light or whatever. Just keep in mind, if you happen to wander off somewhere, it's like, okay, you step there, boom.
All right.
Well, I just wanted to see where we've been. So
yeah.
I'm good. I'm Gucci. That's the new way.
Okay. The air here is cool and moist. Kraga. A low stone well sits to the east. Armor, weapons, and tools lie in heaps in the north end of this small room. The room is 15 feet wide and 10 feet deep, and you're coming through an east wall door.
Cogno, you want to come take a look at these weapons?
Oh, absolutely. I will move in here, and I will take a look at what we got.
Okay. So, Dwarf starts going through the stuff. Anybody want to help him? Anybody want to check out the well?
I'll apply my scientific acumen to the well.
Okay.
I'm going to go over with Cogno and look at the armor and weapons.
Okay. Our halfling, Karam, you're still up back. Are you guarding, or are you just hanging back because it's a crowded room?
Yeah, I'm just staying back and
okay.
kind of checking out the hallway.
All right, Karam, drop me a couple perception checks in the tower. I will call for these regardless if something is lurking or coming, because you never know. And because you can't see the rolls, just trying to, as a good GM, you just spam me a couple of those for tension. Okay, let us start with the well itself. It drops down. You want to do the coin test? Drop a stone and count. Use your brain.
Yes, I will definitely use a stone, not one of my coins. I don't have very many of those.
Okay, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Well drops 40 feet down to a large pool of water. It looks almost as if the water, it's not a contained source, like it's hitting a larger source. Just by the way the water is moving, it's not a still well. There seems to be an actual,
like, underground river kind of thing.
Current or agitation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can I have a perception check from you as well in the tower?
Yes. Gotta get over to my skills. Oh. Boom. Rolled.
Okay. Looks interesting. The guys are chattering away beside you about, ooh, look at this. Oh, this scarf would look great on you. Oh, you. Look at purse. Goes with these shoes. Okay. Which brings us to the pile. Is there any tests you'd like to do before I move off the well here? Anything else you'd like to try to do with this thing?
No, I think that's about the extent of it. I'll probably try a few other rocks if I can find some of various sizes.
Are you interested in the water itself? Like, would you try to drop something and contain the water and bring it up for testing or drinking or anything like that?
Possibly, but I'm hesitant because of the distance.
Okay.
I'm afraid there's something down there that's going to try and grab me and pull me under.
Sure. Which brings us to our pile of fun. You guys dig through and sort out and label and price for the garage sale that's, going to happen. 3 suits of studded leather armor, 2 rapiers, a broken rapier, 3 sets of, shall we say, tools, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, a potion in a vial, and not silver, 13 gold pieces, which is worth 130 silver. Can I have a society check from you three gentlemen, or at least the two that are playing in the pile?
So do I roll one as well, or no?
I
mean, you said 3 and then 2, so okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead, because like by the time you're done with the well, they've got everything lined up. You know, you could take interest, sure.
Oh, dang.
What we get?
I have a 19.
24.
Okay. I had 3.
Okay. Look, Kraga, free stuff. Look, Cognul, thieves' tools, leather armor. I wonder who those belong to. Grogtot, hey, look, 3 suits, 3 prisoners. We return them to the guild. Gee, I wonder who these belong to. Us. That's who.
Finders keepers.
She paid you 50 silver or 50 gold. I gotta look it up, but it's like 100. There's like 13 gold pieces sitting here. Anyway, so I'm going to take this. I'm sorry. Do you guys want to take this stuff or just leave it here?
At the very least, I would like to check out the potion.
We're taking the cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up the party sheet.
Throw it in the crowd.
And I get this, lets me throw in a parcel here. Ba-bum! And here's all the stuff, but no, none of it's ID'd. So before you guys start snatching it off the party sheet here, identifying potions. Occult, Arcana, or have I just gone right on my brain?
I'm currently trying to check and see if there's something special I can do as an alchemist to identify potions.
I will give you a +2 just for being an alchemist, because I like you so much for showing up after like work. Poor Joe's been so stressed with his new job and everything.
It's all good.
That's a +2 because we like Joe. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're holding an alchemist potion and you're an alchemist. That's bullshit. I just like you. I'm roll reading away anytime. Okay, what do you get? What do you get? Well, he's looking into some stuff. Now, I'm assuming that best man for the job, right? You guys let the alchemist get his hands on the potion, just pass it up, right? A potion for you and scooping some gold for me, that kind of thing, right? Look, Crown, we found rapiers as tall as you. Like, I don't know, what do you guys want to do? This leather armor would look good on you. Oh, that's racist. Just because I'm a halfling, you think I could use these tools? Well, don't put them away, I'll use them, but, you know. Is anyone actually interested in the leather armor or the thieves' tools?
I think we should scoop the thieves' tools. Not so much about the, just for the sake of buying or selling, rather.
They're worth money, 50%, but I gotta say, I don't know how many times people are like, and I want to do this. Do I have a hammer? Do I have dude, 3 sets of thieves' tools. Keep them. Yeah. Especially if you're the kind of guy that always wants to jimmy a door or whatever.
Well, I'm taking at least one. If nobody else is going to take them, I'm taking them all.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we could pass them around. Think of it this way. What if you're the guy that's trapped and like, oh, if only I had all thieves' tools. No, I have all 3 sets, guys, down the hole. I strongly suggest you spread those out. Especially in a dungeon setting,
I absolutely agree. Okay. But I'm scooping one. Who else is taking one?
Yeah, you are sort of the party mule. You've been carrying, okay, bulk freight is me, right? So...
I'll take one of the...
something you don't see every day.
I'll take one of the thieves' tools kits.
Absolutely.
Don't roll back to the 54-minute mark. Yeah, okay.
It just appeared, poof,
out
of nowhere.
Sorry, you were saying, Joe?
I'll take one of the thieves' tools kits if no one else will.
Okay. Can you guys actually pull them from the list, or?
I don't know.
I know the guy, I could drop them on your character sheets. You should be able to, the little white dragon in the red box kind of thing. I mean, that's your pullable tab. Worst comes to worst. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I can...
A white dragon in a little box?
Yeah,
it's in the party sheet.
Yeah. So top right of your interface, there's the 3 shadow heads, and it pulls up your party sheet.
So the tool is the toolkit the thieves' tools kit?
Yes. Look, tools. Look at Karam leans in, right?
I've already got one in my inventories. So if Kraga wants it,
I took
he can have
one.
it.
So yeah, in the parcel items, if you just grab the little dragon icon and drag it to your inventory, it'll put it in there.
So if I drag these 32 gold pieces, I can just take those?
You monster.
I tried it, and it just put 32 in my gold pieces, and then it left 32 in parcel coins. So
Did somebody grab a thieves toolkit? Because I thought I just tried to grab one. And it's not showing in my inventory.
It's the one that's just toolkit. Should be there. Mine's in my.
Okay, so maybe I'm pulling this off the wrong spot. So I'm on the party sheet.
Yeah.
And do I pull it out of the inventory?
Yeah.
Okay. So did somebody already grab a thieves toolkit?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
I grabbed one.
are you grabbing that vial, Joe?
Yep. Okay. It showed up. I got it now.
I'm still trying to figure out how I can identify the vial, but I will. Well, okay, it could be better for one of y'all.
Isn't it just like a skill check?
The issue is I'm not sure directly. If this was first edition, I could tell you 100% yes or no. But
if no one wants the broken rapier, that's a great thing for Corey the Mule because again, it's a piece of metal you guys could use 100 ways. Right? If you just want to put that on his character.
Done.
I can't even carry one of the studded leather armors without going over my.
Oh yeah, there's also your bulk. Like these things have a
Bulk.
certain amount of bulk, right?
It's too much bulk. I've got too much bulk. I need to drop some stuff.
Boy, should have done that back in town. It comes like overstuffed like a backpacker, going, "I'm ready for anything except finding things."
I've got I've got a maul, a battle axe, and a morning star, and I'm just loaded with weapons, bro.
You just put leather armor on your backpack like it's a straw man just to protect your stuff. Like my backpack is armored now, you know.
Yeah, I'll just put it down before I get into battle.
Yeah.
Excuse me, just hold on one second. I got to shuck all my gear. Okay, now we can fight.
Now we can go.
Well, it's a single action to drop your pack. I'll give you that and manipulate an item.
They should make or making your bulk null when you go rage mode.
Make it null. No, it just ups your strength and you get whatever bonuses.
Makes me think of in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, when Bruce Lee is gonna fight the guy on the mat, and he goes, "Wait!" He takes off his shoes and takes off his socks.
Yeah.
Okay, we can fight now.
Wait. Okay, now.
Wait, just wait.
Okay, well, this stuff will stay. It's not going to go anywhere. Like it'll stay in the proverbial party sheet for a while. So we're not spending all night on this. I just wanted to make sure that there was like who's going to what, right?
One of us realized it was like possibly those guys' gear that we brought back, right? I mean,
didn't mean you guys said anything about it. Like I had my joke about it. It's ours.
I'm
Though,
kind of metaing right now.
It's up to you, Joe.
I'll keep looking, but we can continue on while I do it.
Okay. So, while Joe's looking up, IDing the potion and just kind of trailing along behind you guys. Now, if you can use Knowledge Arcana as an initiative skill, like what was the last thing you were doing before initiative hit? Then he's literally just trailing along in the middle of the party, going through his stuff, tasting it. You guys are like 2 guys in front, 1 guy behind. He's perfectly safe. I'll let you guys roll an ID on the road. You have to like stop for 10 minutes while he pulls out his whole kit and does some kind of test. You know what I mean? An alchemist is built to be portable. The character class is like, pouches, I'm good. I'll do it on the road. So if you guys want to move on for now and just leave this stuff on the party sheet, we can sort it out later.
Mm-hmm. It's good with me.
My only concern is Matt said I took the 32 gold and it gave me all the money and still has it back there for everybody else. That sounds weird.
Yeah, so I was able to just delete it from my inventory, but it left it in parcel coins, like it didn't actually take it out.
Okay, well, careful with that glitch. But anyway, okay, moving on, gentlemen. Where would you guys like to go next? I thought it was very cute that like you guys bust out the prisoners and just ran. It's like, and the treasure room's right there. Nope.
Yeah,
bye.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Oh, that's okay. I think this is funny because I was bugging Troy about. Remember how he was detecting magic in the mayor's office? Like he was gonna, maybe get something, right? He was leading the rescue party, and we left. And it's like, I mean, as a DM, I'm totally neutral, and whatever happens, you know.
Well, Karam, where would you prefer to head? Like, at the hallway out there, we could go north or south.
Okay.
Well, I think they both go to the same. Oh, you're talking about the outside hallway.
Yeah, outside of the foyer.
My preference would be to the south.
He just shows him each door. Look, Craiga, same hallway. Look, Craiga, same hallway. Now here's your coloring book. Just try to keep up, buddy.
Wow.
In the lines.
Karam in his free time made an actual book for Craiga called My First Dungeon. This will help you.
All right. Let's head south.
All right, so you guys head through the south door. And this hallway, which is quite long, beyond 60 feet, at the bottom hooks around to the west, and you guys are faced just in a sort of, the hallway only goes like 5 feet, and then boom, double doors. Dun dun dun.
Seems like there's a bunch of rubble and maybe a stairwell beyond it.
Let's find out.
Come on in. Seems clear.
Okay. So, you guys breach the door. 1 second. Back it up. Back that up. Back that up, boys. Outside the door, please. Get out. Out, 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 out. Just because you can click on a door with your mini on Fantasy Grounds does not mean it's openable.
Well, it was open when I went through it.
I know. So you come across 2 closed doors. Okay. Everyone stacks up behind you, and you guys just go. No listening, no just, okay, open the door and file into the room, just like I saw.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you not gamed with me before?
No, just okay.
Okay, we're just going to go kick it in, and we're going in.
Okay.
I'm going in right behind the big guy.
So, everybody give me a perception roll out in the open, except for our alchemist, who was literally doing the walk-along alchemy roll.
I got a 19.
I clicked it twice by accident.
Which one's better? We can maybe talk him into giving you that one.
I see Craiga with a 19. I see you with a 10, Corey. I'm confused.
No.
Oh, okay, I read the wrong one.
Yeah.
You both
Never
have
mind,
green,
I got a 10.
You both have green dice. You should change your dice color, wouldn't you?
Oh, come on. All right, fine. Well, I'll change my dice.
We don't have to say who really has a green beard and who really has green skin and who should really have green dice, Mr. Tie-Dye, right?
Mr. Tie-Dye.
Change it to red. There you go.
I was trying to make mine gray, but it was like impossible.
All right. Do we move out? But we were in.
Before you guys jump into the room.
No, I'm just going to mindlessly walk into the room as I'm looking at this vial. So I found it. I can't just wantonly identify it. I would have to use one of the magical skills to do it, which I think I may have 1 or 2 of them, but it does take like 10 minutes. So it's not something that we can do right now.
All right. You did, okay, just to be nice, you didn't really do much with the well. You're like, okay, I check it, I throw some stones in, and then we have this big talk about all the stuff.
Okay.
So I'll give you that 10 minutes back there if you guys like, because they were happy to like, ooh, try this on. Oh no, you look better in leather. So, yeah, sure.
Then I need you to determine which skill it's associated with, and that'll be determined by what kind of magic it's utilizing.
Okay. It would be a dead giveaway, because as soon as you say religion, it's healing. As soon as you say magic, it's anything. As soon as you say it, right? So I want give me all 3 in the tower, right? Because you don't know. Yeah, give me occult, religion, everything that could do with a potion. Occult, religion, arcana are the 3 off the top of my head.
There's also primal, because it could be, or nature, because it could be primal magic.
Sure. Now, you got to be trained in this to identify them, right?
Yes.
So if you're not trained in it, don't worry about it. But spam me anything that you're trained into the tower for secret rollness. And so nature for primal. That's like druidic magic.
Yep. I do not have religion.
Okay, that's fine.
That being said, I think in theory, primal can have heal spells too, because druid.
Mm-hmm. So you are trained in nature, so okay.
I am. The only one I'm not trained in is religion.
And even occult is like a smattering of everything. So bard spells, right? Healing.
Yep.
So. Okay. Now, if it's off the mark, like religion would be your prime, nature close to it, occult. It might up the DC 5 or 10, like depending how far off the mark it is. Anyway, you're poking around. You have a good idea that it's not poisonous, at least.
That's good.
And it does not have like a high level. You can tell the potency. Like it's a lesser potion. With your rolls, I'll tell you, it's a lesser potion of something. So you know what degree of potion it is, but you're not rolling quite high enough to kind of go, it's this.
Cool beans.
Yep. 10 minutes later, we're piling up on a door. Okay. So, as if movement counted at this point, okay, single action, okay, you try the door, it opens easily enough. So, I will allow you moving through the object as movement there, Kraga. One action to swing the door open, then move your feet. Go nuts.
I will move in then.
Yep.
Alrighty. And I relayed back to them that I don't see anything right away.
4 figures are crawling around a big rubble pile. This large open area is a filthy mess, even beyond the collapse to the south that clogs part of the room with rubble. Half-eaten fish, cat-sized beetles, and bits of waterfowl lie strewn about in a tangle amid gnawed bones of larger creatures. And there are 4 Morlocks lined up, digging around a big pile of rubble, and it looks like they have found a large implement, a weapon or something, like a ballista that's all broken up, and they're trying to unbury it. And this is what you come upon. It's not like the 4 of them have their backs to you, because it's like 4... Like, you drive by the guys working on the hydro line, they see you come. They don't really pay you much attention, but they see you come. So you roll into this room, and we immediately go to guns.
Yeah, I remember who these guys are, and I just sudden charge, boom. If I had a high roll.
Okay. So hang on a second. So going with everyone's rolls, okay, to start our initiative. Okay, I don't know why that goes with... Can you see these dudes?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come on. Here we go. Number 1. Don't know why that won't reset.
Is it just me that moved in through the door?
Well, here's the thing, right? The first thing that happens is first initiative is one of them. Okay? So there's a Morlock. He's doing his thing. He gets initiative. You guys are playing around at the door. Do we hear you? Does he even notice? Right? So I'm going to roll, like, to keep this backed all the way up, I'm going to give him a perception check to see if he hears you guys coming in. Right? You didn't say anything about stealth. There's no stealth rolls. Okay, so with a 22, you basically walk in, spill Karam's light source into the room. We're Morlocks, we see in the dark. So basically, it's like we're in a dark room, someone opens the door, he just looks up. Doesn't do anything, right? So now I spend an action, I hear, see, an action perception to perceive, and an action to do something about it. So you walk in the room, go ahead. Oh, shit. There's dudes in here, right? You see them with your dark vision, right? You immediately, like, okay, as soon as you step in the room, right, you're on your second action, your third action. Again, we are 30 feet away and not hiding. So I'm not going to burn a perception on you to notice us. One guy sees you, you see all of them, right? As you walk in and see them, one guy looks up, looks you right in the face and goes, hey, to the rest of his buddies. So his third action is to warn them. Then I go next in line. Next in line is actually one of his buddies. As an action, he drops what he's doing. He immediately pulls a dagger and hisses at you and warns everybody louder, like he goes to guns, but doesn't move from his position. Now we have Kraga. You walk in, one guy sees you, one guy reacts two are just looking up going, huh? Right? Two guys are flat-footed, two guys are not, and you walk in, see them, and you have one action left. You've opened the door, you're still moving, you have the rest of your movement, plus whatever you want to do, buddy. Pretty cool, huh?
Plus whatever I want to do, like...
Your last action. Like, if you suddenly want to, like, instead of coming in here going, hey, guys, if you want to come in, like, whip out your weapon. Or just charge them with your teeth. Chew.
Hey, phrasing.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you wish to charge at them, attack with a natural weapon. Might I suggest those silver beauties that
I don't know how that's any better.
Charge
Without your
takes,
weapon, natural weapon. That's
I didn't
still
say
sounding.
I didn't say whip it out. I just... What do you want to do, Craiga? Time stops in slow motion, okay? But might I notice, okay, even though time has stopped in slow motion and we're going block by block, Grogtot's brain and mumbling is in real time. That's how fast his brain works.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
I just look at them angrily and let out a big roar and enter rage mode.
Okay. We're really lucky. I got some liquid cooling installed not too long ago, so it keeps things cool.
Yeah, because rage takes an action, so boom. Rage!
Rage against the machine. Okay. But you have movement left. Did you want to take it? Or are you going to stop cold where you are?
Against the dying of the light.
Yeah,
I
but
thought you said I only had one action.
Yeah, but you still have your movement of your second. Like I stopped you at 10 feet, but you have 20, 30.
Oh,
like
yeah. I'll try to block or leave some space behind so the guys can come in.
Okay.
So you enter rage.
Okay, so you guys enter a room. Beyond these west side double doors, the room goes back 10 feet, but immediately drops south into a bottleneck. And Craiga goes whipping around the corner and starts getting mad, like, no, there's no cutlery. Yeah, who knows what he's upset about. And then we have Karam.
Rawr, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, obviously he's seen something he doesn't like, and he's raging, and he's getting ready, so... something's up, obviously. Something not,
Yeah, so I hear him... Yeah, I hear Craiga, like, rage and just run out of my line of sight.
Yep.
So I'm going to go, crap. And I'm going to pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
And I will probably reload it right now.
Okay.
And then I will walk in.
Okay. Your torch, which you were carrying.
Yes, I was just wondering about that. I have to drop my torch to reload, don't I?
Yeah, so I suggest you toss it into the room and then walk to it. At least that way I don't have to take the light off of you. You can just keep the light on you, right?
Yes, I will toss it.
Sorry, the sunrod, right? It's not going to sputter out, right?
No, they don't sputter.
I'll toss it all the way.
6 hours pass.
Yeah.
I'll toss it all the way to the wall.
Yep.
So 15 feet.
Okay, so he goes, rawr! You lob the torch into the room. Thump, thump, thump. That's an action. You pull out your crossbow. That's an action. And you load it. That's an action. It leaves you where you are.
Yep.
Okay. Next, we have another one of these dudes. A guy in the back. Okay. He pulls a weapon and immediately goes to bolster the front line and attacks Craiga. Goes through friendlies for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just immediately starts mixing it up with the big guy. So now I'm going to give you a target. Boink. And this guy comes at you with a dagger and tries to stab you with the stabby dagger. Gets an 18. Comes at you and more initiative while you're like right in the gut while you're doing your pose there, Conan. Sticks you in the gut. And you take 1d4 plus 2 piercing damage for a total of 6. He gets you really good. Pulls out the dagger. It's an agile finesse weapon, so my second attack is only at -4, which I am.
Would he get a second attack? He
I
drew the
pulled
weapon.
Sorry, I drew the weapon. Right. Sorry, my bad.
Nope, it's all good.
Thank you. And I'm done. Now it's Grogtot.
Well, I'm gonna step into the room.
Open the door? No, he only opened one.
Then I would technically step through this door.
Sure.
5.
So you move up 1.
Yep.
10, 15. So you're already at 15.
Yep. And then I see the increased. I see what got him so angry. It's the high gas prices. That's what he's seeing.
Oh, yeah. They're under a sign that's flickering like 205 Canadian, and they're like, they're raging with them.
419 American. And from my bandolier of stuff that's on my person, I'm gonna lob a bomb at I think what is number 7.
Okay. Do I not have ID on these guys? Sorry, we know what these guys are. We fought them before. Oh, actually, have you fought Morlocks yet? Yourself,
I don't think I have.
Okay.
But I see Kraga is angry with them, so that's good enough for me.
They describe them like, you know, you guys have, you're a party now, so they've talked about what they've encountered, and this must be it. And here we go. Okay, so ignoring the door, stepping around the other one. Is it a swift action, like a free action to draw from the bandolier?
No, yeah, it's free. It's part of the action to use it.
Right. Okay. And bombs away.
That looks like a hit. 21. Yep.
Now, you target a square, or you target a target? Like, you hitting a guy?
I targeted the Morlock. Morlock Scavenger 7.
Oh, right. Sorry. Got it. My bad.
It's all good.
Okay.
So, because it's my... Oh, maybe this will work. Yay, it looks like it's working.
Okay. Yeah, he took damage.
He's going to take 4 fire damage, and then his 2 buddies are taking 1 point of fire damage each from the splash.
Okay.
And the Morlock I targeted has caught fire.
Awesome. Okay, so just to be sure here, I'm looking at 6 and 13. I love how they don't number them like 6, 7, 13. Like, why the jump, right? I still figured that out. Okay, so Morlock Scavenger 6 takes a single point. Come on now. Oh, there we go. And who's the other guy? Number
13.
13 takes a point. Okay. And I'm on fire. I'm sure you're reminding me of that soon. Anything else from you, sir?
That is it.
Okay. Bringing us to Cog, Knoll, Anvil, Bender. No, Adamantine. Oh, Jesus. Cog, Knoll. I'm never going to say your name again. It's so bad. Our dwarf is in the house. Oh, my God. How many sessions has it been, Corey, since you've actually like thrown down?
A few. And then some.
And then some. Okay. The door in front of you is closed. The door north of it is open. What do you wish to do?
Well, I want to go in the door, so I can go 20, right? 5,
yeah.
10.
5, 10. You're at 15.
15.
That's 25. Oh, sorry. The first diagonally is only 5. Okay, so that's 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. You only have a 20 foot? You don't have a 25 foot move?
Oh, actually, I think I have 30. No, it says speed 20.
Okay.
All I got. I've just got little short legs.
Okay, so one action puts you there. Do you want to keep moving? Anything else?
Can I see anybody? Do I have a clear shot?
You have a dark vision. Go. You have a clear shot at a Morlock that has been lit up, emulated with fire. So the 2 guys side by side, 7-6 are clear shots for you. Because you can take now, I'm going off of an old rule set, but there is a corner of you that is in between the corner of Grogtot and Kraga that can go out, you know. Or I could bitch and saying they're giving them a +1 cover, but you're adjacent to these guys, so I don't think when you're adjacent to your friends they give cover to the enemy.
Probably not. So I have 2 actions left, correct?
Yep.
So I can draw a javelin and toss at one of these 2 guys over here.
Sure. Who do you want?
Well, on my screen, the one on the right.
Okay, so the guy that's not on fire, number 6.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, go nuts.
22.
Ooh, I actually heard dice roll noises for once.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Right. Okay, hit the damage. And...
for a 6.
Oh, not bad. I mean, it is a D6 weapon, so you get what you get, right?
Yeah, I got a D6 +3, so 3 + 3 for a 6.
Coming in, doing the rubber bound around the room, follow the wall, pull the javelin, lean back, and scare a guy for 6 points. Well done, Sir Cogna. I believe that is you.
Yes, sir.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Now we actually have the guy, the Morlock that you just skewered. He gets upset. Veins pulse in his head. You know, the javelin, as he moves, slides out and clanks on the floor. Because it's just too awkward to walk around this thing. I'm gonna throw my dagger back at you. So instead of charging you with a dagger, he actually just, you know... Oh, actually, no, my friend's on fire, and I took a point of... Now, this 1 point of fire damage, is it persistent as well, or just an after effect?
Just for the... It's just for 7. It's persistent until it goes out.
Okay. So,
and I believe it... I believe it burns it, like, at the beginning of his turn. I'll look it up. I'll look how persistent damage works real quick.
All right, so the guy got hit with a javelin, and my friend's on fire. I actually stepped forward 10 feet to the wall, trying to garner some type of corner cover, right? And I actually throw my dagger at the guy that threw a javelin at me. And because you're pincered in between Grogtot and Kraga, I want a lesser on the caution. I'll give you a +1 to your AC Cognual, so I'll give him a -1 to hit, because I don't want to get in trouble for it in case I screw that up. So he launches his dagger at Cognual after trying to seek some kind of cover, because these guys are not 101 morons. They're actually pretty cunning.
Whenever you're ready, I found persistent damage.
Natural 1. When I get to guy number 7 again, I want to, because things happens on their turn. We cover that in the other podcast.
Yes.
A natural 1. Okay, so he gets to the wall. Okay, and he leans back. And he's using the cover, and you know how your eyes perceive at a close different distance and puts the image together, right? Even with the little bit of light spilling in the room, he leans back, he throws it, and it sticks right in the wall in front of him and goes clank and falls on the ground. He's just like, oh, nothing happens. Which brings us to round 2, Scavenger 7, and our persistent damage, which I believe I get a flat check.
It is, yes. I believe it takes an action to do so. It's a flat check DC 15. If he
8 fail.
Yeah.
So I take damage as a
at
flat
the end
check.
it's at the end of his turn. He takes 1 point of fire damage.
Can I not take actions to stop, drop, and roll and just put it out? As opposed to, like, because the flat check are usually freebies, like, oh, it goes out, or you run it, you know what I mean? Like, he wants to actively put this out.
He actually technically doesn't even roll the flat check until he takes the damage. That way he takes at least 1 point of damage, but
I got you.
Everything else is up to GM discretion, like assisted recovery, someone can help and give a bonus, or, you know, that kind of stuff.
What do I need to do if I just want to put it out on my own? I'm on fire. You know,
it's a roll. It's that flat check to put it out.
Okay.
But
per action, like, can I have 3 rolls at this?
No, because it's not even an action. It's you take the point of persistent fire damage at the end of your turn, and then you just get a free roll. But they have rules for assisted recovery. You can kind of, like, that's the problem. The only issue with the way persistent damage works is there's a lot of wiggle room. So there's no hard rule.
I'm going to take, like, even if I'm stop, dropping a roll, I'm going to take that 1 point of damage, so I might as well give it to him, right? So he's taking his point of damage. Even though we haven't got to the end of his round, I'm giving him the point that's done, just so I don't forget, okay?
Right.
But there's got to be something like a reflex save or something, you know what I mean? Like,
no, the only thing they have rules for is, like, an assisted recovery, and you can take steps to help your roll, and that usually takes about 2 actions to do. Or 2 actions on someone else to do, and it does.
So if I can assist myself with my last 2 actions, what do I need to do?
You just announce that you're spending your 2 actions to help with it. Again, there's no clear and cut thing. It's kind of like soft, all the rules are. But the GM decides how your help works, using the following examples as a guideline. You might require a skill check or another roll to determine the effectiveness. It can just reduce the DC to 10.
So knowing what I know about Pathfinder, what I'm about to say probably drives. Okay, I don't take the damage to the end of my round. So I spend my round trying to put myself out, giving myself not a second flat check, but a bonus to that flat check. Probably something like +2. Bringing my 8 to 10, which is still a fail. Okay? And he is prone. Because, like, without anything to, like, pat myself with, you know, Fire 101 is get down, you know, so I'm actually going to make this guy prone. And beyond that, why am I flat-footed?
Because prone?
I didn't do anything yet.
Oh, didn't.
I just open up the things and it's like, I have this and this and this and... Like, I shouldn't be flat-footed because I've already gone once in the round. That's weird. Huh. Oh, okay. It's a bunch of gobbledygook about my abilities. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so... sorry, new Unity is just different enough. Right? I don't even see it here. Where's the modifiers? Cover hidden, flat-footed. No, I want to be, I want to make him prone, but I don't see it. Effects, here we go. I'm prone. Down he goes, which actually gives me a bonus versus ranged weapons. Haha. Anyway, okay, so that's him, and I take my 1 point because I failed miserably, which brings me to Scavenger 13. Okay, he took his 1 point already. What am I going to do? I pull... This is the first guy that was like, hey, look, guys, you know, something's going on here, right? Or the second guy. He pulls his weapon and goes forward 5, 10, 15, 20, and joins fray. I'm going to go... He doesn't charge. Okay. Yeah, see. That's all kinds of wrong. See, someone might go, oh, sneak attack, why don't you just throw your daggers and get them in the first round? But it's like, they're our only weapon. And you did kind of surprise us. We're like, working in the quarry, not sitting there like trimming our nails with daggers going, gee, I wish I had a target. Oh, there's a half orc, right? You know what I mean? Because I'm one for thinking of in the moment, not, you know, like just milking their best effects.
Right.
Okay, so here's something interesting. Okay, sorry. This guy comes forward, and they swarm the half-orc. They actually have an ability where it's called Swarming Stance, where a Morlock can share the same space as another Morlock, but no more than 2 can occupy the same space. When they share the same space, they gain a +1 to attack rolls. They are swarming you. So he comes running up, one guy stabbing, and another guy's like right on a 6 stabbing around him trying to get you. So I've actually put 2 in one spot, giving me my little +1 to hit. And we are going to try to... He tries to help Buddy swarm our half-orc. And this guy here...
This is pretty cool. I like this.
It's kind of neat, eh? Like something... It's certainly something I've seen ever before in any kind of edition. Stabby with a +1. With a 15.
Close.
Miss. Yeah, close. Bringing us to Kraga himself. Oh, look, it's 2-for-1 sale right in front of you. What do you want to do?
Oh, I've got your number now, buddy. I will attack with my ball.
You still have to pick a target. Now, if you want to if you want to be like, give me a bomb and attack this one square, you like this is why Joe's giggling because I know it's gonna come. He's gonna like, attack the square.
I can see my blood dripping off of number 9's dagger, so I'm gonna aim for him.
Oh, nicely put. All right, let me just back this guy off here so I can see.
Man, them sharing the same space is the perfect time to have the cleave feat.
It's also,
I know, right?
It's a good day to be an alchemist because you can just bomb the crap out of stuff. Anyway, okay, targeted, swing away, sir.
Oh yeah. That's a 4 + 8, 12. Miss.
Okay.
And I'll swing again. Oh.
No good?
A 3.
Carom. Oh, sorry, you have an action left. I'm assuming it's sulking. what do you want to do?
Go to Karam. Go to Karam. Forget about it.
Okay, Karam.
Let's see. So I don't know anything. So I'm going to walk into the room. 5, 10. Gosh, I can't really see much of anything beyond these guys. So I will go 15, 20 and actually walk through Grogtot. Let me through, guys.
I phase out of existence momentarily, allowing him to do this.
Let's see. And then, all right, Craig has got those two. He's fine. I'm going to go for the prone guy. Warlock number 7, just to the south of me.
Okay, now you were going to shoot your crossbow?
Yes.
Okay, the guy adjacent to you is up, and even though he's a bit of a cover, being prone against a ranged weapon does give him actual bonuses against you. Shooting the guy while he's down, great, go nuts. But as a DM, I am to warn you, your easiest shot is the guy on your left or right of the screen. Just so you know.
Would he not also have cover from the corner of the wall?
Half cover. I could give him that effect. Which I will probably do now. Over here. Effects. Where is it? Flat-footed, lesser cover. There. I have lesser cover. Lucky me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for the guy around the corner since he's closest to me.
Okay.
And I will attack with my crossbow. With a 3 on the dice for a total of 9 and a miss.
Oh, no one ever hits with a crossbow. I literally had Spieglier hit with a crossbow, but he wasn't there. It didn't count. But I literally had his character do like a happy dance because in this game, Sam with her champion elf bow, nothing. Sam in Age of Ashes at 6th level with her ranger bow, nothing. Spieglier with a bow, nothing. Then he went and got a crossbow. And the first time he fired it, he didn't show up for the game, and I fired it, and he had a Drake, and I had him do a happy dance and fall through a pit trap. Sorry, any actions left, sir?
I have 1 left. I will reload my crossbow.
Okay. Which brings us to number 9. And now this is the guy that took the initiative and got first attack. So while I'm here, I'm just going to go full in. I'm going to take my +1. I'm going to try and attack Craig twice. First one for a 16 is a miss. And the second one is only -3 instead of -4 because of the circumstances. With a 4 is a... So he's stabbing away and just getting a whole bunch of, barbarian fur armor. And not doing much. Trying. Grogtot, you are up. Get ready. Mr. Monk, you are on deck. Grogtot, what do you want to do?
So 13 and 9 are still sharing a space, right?
Yep. Do you want to apologize for the splash of Crag, or shall I?
No, I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, you want to be that guy?
7 is still on fire, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have yet to put it out, right? Because I failed, so it's still... How many rounds do you get out of this persistent? Fire
Again, I don't like persistent damage in 2nd edition.
Well, a round is 6 seconds, so it's like, even if it took me 30 seconds to put it out, there'd be like 10 rounds of combat, so... burn, baby, burn.
Well, I figure out exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to ramble for 1 second. So the problem is it's so vague. I hear a lot of GMs basically say a minute tops. If you haven't put it out yourself after a minute, it goes out. But that's not everything.
That's 60 rounds of combat. Like, no one ever gets past that. So, yeah.
Well, that's only 10 rounds of combat.
Oh, 6 seconds. Yeah, sorry. I'll be all right. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to go ahead and rebomb number 4 or number 7. I mean,
just keep.
I'm just another one. Whoop! No, God, stop that. There it is.
We got the right guy targeted. You're good.
I thought I did.
Yeah, 7. I'm seeing Scavenger 7. Moloch.
There it goes. That is probably not going to hit. Yep, miss. Miss. That's one of my bombs.
Oh, a 5, the highest roll we've had in a few.
A few. At least you're not alone.
So I'll go ahead and pull my hand crossbow as an action as well, and then fire at him with my third action.
Okay.
Oh, wait, wrong one. Don't count that attack, even if it's good.
It's fine. I want a -1 because Karam is definitely... Actually, no, it's fine. He's short and you're adjacent. It's fine.
Miss.
Okay.
That's me.
And that's you. Cognul.
Ah, excellent. I'm still in the back here.
Oh, feel free to move up. These guys won't mind. I mean, they're using missile weapons, right?
I want to move right there.
Okay, so moving through friendlies, 5, 10, through Grogtot, through Karam, you literally put yourself between the Pile Swarm in front of Kraga and Morlock number 5. They are now flanking you.
That's fine.
Okay.
I want to drop to a Guerrilla Stance.
Okay.
And I want to attack this gentleman on the right.
The guy that you had stabbed?
That's correct.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Because you are now flanked. Is there a flanked? I know there's a flat-footed.
No, there's no flank.
Okay,
I mean, I have no idea. I'm just, trying to...
No. Honestly,
I believe the way flanked works is it just gives flat-footed now.
Right.
But I'm looking it up right now to make sure.
We have a monk. Do you have any abilities? Go ahead with your attack. Feel free. I'm just going to double-check to see if you have any abilities that, negate. Well, I guess...
Ooh, I get a 21.
Yep. Smack you. Kung Fu.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry, wrong die. So I get a damage of a heavy damage. I got a 7, a d8 plus 3, so 4 plus 3 for 7.
Right, so 7 points of damage, and what you're seeing as heavy is his wound status, which means there's light, moderate, and heavy. You've knocked him so far in health that he's heavily wounded. Perfect. So it's not that it's a heavy hit, it's the guy didn't have a lot of hit points, and now he's heavily damaged, because they show status. Pretty kind of cool. Keeps us me always used to like medicine check. Do you have any idea how many hit points he has left? Well, they have some categories now. It's like not wounded, green, lightly, yellow, moderate, and now heavy. So this guy is already swaggering and staggering. Of course, you fit him really well twice. Okay. You moved. You smacked. You got 1 left.
Do I have 1 left?
Yeah. You want to smack again? Use your second attack dice there.
Yeah.
Or move again.
We're gonna smack. Ooh, that's not very good. That's a critical miss.
4, okay. You take a step forward to lean into a punch, and you step on his blade. Not causing you damage, but causing you to retract like you stepped on something sharp, and it screws up your attack. Okay. But now this thing is stuck in your foot, or your boot, or your sandal, causing you a little bit oblongness to make up for the, critical. For flavors.
Really good.
Flavor. Next we have Morlock number 6. Okay, so the guy you're actually attacking that's badly wounded, okay, he's right on this wall, and he would rather have his hands, daggers, and everything but his face around this corner for some reason. It's like, not in the face, not in the face. For some reason, he's trying to shield his head. Strange. Anyway, he leans out and tries to bite you, and as he leans out, okay, he gets his target, but as he sinks in, like as he goes, he closes his eyes. And he sinks his jaws into you. 26. And gets a critical.
Ouch. Jeez.
For...
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
2d4. And then 2d6 plus 8. So not only do the effects are critical... are critical because of the fact that he bit you, because you're flanked and you're the 2 guys that are swarming are taking jabs at you kind of too. The fact that you made yourself flat-footed, he gets a precision attack against you, and that's what the d6s are. So he's waited for a crucial moment, and then when you're stepped on or have to be spatially aware in combat of the Kung Fu Master behind you. He found an opening and hit you hard with it. But that's okay. You're low level. You're learning your way in the world. Next, we have Guy on Fire. I would like to do nothing but put myself out of fire. Actually, it's not so bad. Yeah, this could be a good look for me. Crispy. I'm only taking 1 point of... No. Okay, a single point of damage. Okay, so after the initial shock and the flames that are still going on me are like 1 point of damage, like as if I was getting punched in the face or stabbed. We have stabbing games. It's not so bad. So I think what he's actually going to do is he is actually going to try to swarm with his buddy. So he moves up into here, joins the flanking fun, and tries to swarm you. So he moves, he draws a weapon, and he poke. But because I'm still on fire and I'm swarming with my buddy, I'm actually going to see if I can set my friend on fire. But before we get to that fun, I'll take my +1 to hit. I will try to stab.
The other Morlock's like, get away from me. He's just trying to get in on him.
They're just being like, it's all happening so quickly. It's like, that's not so bad. I can take this. Tries to stab Corey. Our monk gets in a hit. And Zen, the damage. And again, D2 plus whatever. But again, because you can't react as quickly, you get two guys. You know that thing they do where people line up and they do that? They grab their knees and they do the circle with their heads and they all do the spatial, in unison.
Yes.
Right. That's what these guys look like. They're kind of doing this wobble everywhere and it's messing you up. It's throwing you off balance and they're getting these precision hits on you. And you take 7 more points of damage. Your position where you are now is actually getting progressively worse. Scavenger 13 is still intent on his initial target. So he's just going to actually take his +1. As much fun as it would be to like turn on Corey and bootlick him. The orc is present. The orc is a danger, and I don't think we just ignore him. So I think they do attack the orc.
Yeah, I am swinging my maul at him.
And we get you for a critical with a 27. Rude. Eat dagger. You take 12 points, Kraga. But what's this? A second attack with the same lucky dagger. Come on, lucky dagger. And 2, so it is a miss. And he's going to stay in position. That's him. Kraga, it is now your go. Karam, get ready. You're on deck. Kraga, what do you want to do?
I'm going to attack him. Attack him back.
Okay. Swinging away with the maul. These guys are small. They're ducking really, really low. And one seems to be using the other for cover, and then they shift positions. They're also using your bulk. You notice, again, as they're coming in, they always go for the low hits. You're more exposed in the upper underarm, but they don't go for that hit. They keep their heads low and tight to your chest, and they're squinting at you for some reason. These bug-eyed little buggers. You're swinging away with a...
I swung twice with my maul, and then I tried to headbutt them with my tusks.
So we got 8, and then we get a critical miss with the tusks.
Yeah.
All right. If not for your silver plating, I would totally chip a tooth on you. But in this case, I'm going to say that...
I hit my head off the wall.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you dazed, but I will give you a -1 to your next attack, unless you take an action to recover next round. Okay. Karam.
Jeff, real quick. William Gibson in the chat wanted to point out the persistent damage was missed last turn for the Morlock, number 7.
Oh, yeah. That's Joe, our rules lawyer from Age of Ashes. Hey,
Right,
Joe,
yeah.
thanks for... Yeah.
Oh. He not only takes the damage, but he still gets the free DC flat check, DC 15 flat check, even if he's not doing anything fancy.
Yep. And here it comes. 11 miss, and I took his 1 point. So, Joe, while I have you in the chat, what about a guy taking persistent 1 point of mini flame damage, swarming, 2 guys in 1 square, setting my friend on fire? What do you think of that? Anything? I'll let Joe and Joseph you know, it's your fire, and this is my rules lawyer who's graced us with his presence. See if there's any, you know, weight to that, and I will apply. But getting back to the matter at hand, Karam, you guys are looking into that for me. Karam.
So I will fire my crossbow at the Morlock that just bit Cognul. I think it was number 7.
Sure. I think you already targeted on 7, so.
Or I'm sorry, 6. Was it 6?
Yeah.
I am not. Oh, I am targeted on 6. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So
now this guy has got between Cognul and the wall and everything. He's got like, yeah, I'm gonna say he's got full cover. Not to mention he's got a guy in a square. So I'm just gonna go to dude number 6 here, and instead of getting you to do penalties, I'm actually going to give him the effect, or I should say, give him the modifier of regular cover, and hopefully attack cover. Now, oh, is this me attacking through cover or getting cover? Huh. Let me just check something here. Go ahead, roll.
All right. Let's see this one. We got a 6 on the dice for a 12, which is going to be a miss anyway. Which that is fine. I will then drop my crossbow, and I will use Battle Medicine on Cognul.
Okay. Can you do that while he's active?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Like, I know you can use it in a round, but does he have to stop?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
You can technically determine that, hey, I want to apply a penalty because we are in the middle of combat, but that is the whole point of Battle Medicine. Is it's a single action use of.
Yeah, but is it assumed that it's like, while I'm applying, does the character have to stop? That's the balance of the benefit. You're not just throwing needles and sutures at him. It's like, dude, stop what you're doing, right?
The balance is also the fact that you can only do this once per day. Like, not you, but like any given character can only benefit from your battle medicine once a day.
I love the idea of him pulling out like a gauze pad and a suture and like sliding up to the dwarf and hooking his leg and like just kind of like, or using a belt strap just to like brace a wound. Like nothing finite like needle and thread, but you know, like he puts a tourniquet on him, like, you know what I mean? Like pulls the belt from his pants, but they stay up because I'm not going there. And then, you know, like gets some gauze and wraps it around his bleeding leg kind of thing. And battle medicine. Yeah, give me a roll. Yep. Why not?
All right, got a 12 plus 5, so a 17, so that is a success.
Okay. So if I have you target Corey this time, and is there like an actual number in the description of battle medicine that you can click on? Sometimes you can actually highlight the 2d6 or whatever, and it'll roll it and give it to...
I think it's inside battle medicine? Oh,
yeah.
Maybe.
If you read the description, there might be give 2d6 or whatever. I bet if you click on it while he's targeted.
It does not actually tell me any numbers.
Just roll what we got and we'll give it to him.
Okay, I think I still have the Morlock.
Okay, now just so that we're clear, okay, why would he do that? Because Corey has 1 hit point. Cognul is down to a single hit point after all that getting beat on. He's taken 33 points. That is why our halfling's going, I got you, man. Here comes the love.
2d8. Got an 8 and a 5 for 13 health.
Okay, dropping you back down. You're good. There you go, Cognul. Okay, any actions left there, Karen?
I got one more. And I think what I'll do is I will actually give room, potentially for Grogtot, and run by Cognul 5, 10 to the south, 15, 20, 25, and try to flank these guys.
Okay, and you're going to leave your crossbow behind?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me see these dudes as some serious attack of opportunity if you have them, but I don't think they do. That's the cool thing about this. Like, if you got used to the downside, like, oh, attack of opportunity, but it's like, yeah, but that kept everyone from, like, moving around. Everybody would just stack up and just smack, smack, smack till it was over, and it was no fun. So I actually like this mobility that they've added. So Karam, sliding past the monk, suture, kiss it, mummy better, and then goes all the way around, jogs around the Morlock. This is flanking! I'm flanking you! Awesome. Okay, we're gonna make him. Okay, and that's Karam.
Fast as fuck.
Fast as fluff, boy.
Scavenger number 9 is also digging in on our half-orc with a crappiness. 18. Oh, jeez. What is your AC, dude? I got modifiers. I'm stacking up, but I'm still missing. I'm just curious what your actual AC there is, big guy.
Me?
Yeah. Oops.
19.
Okay, cool. I forgot to add the penalty the second time, so I'm glad I missed anyway. Of the two swarming in front of you, the second guy has a go and misses terribly, which brings us to Grogtot. Mr. Monk, get ready. It's your time to shine in a moment. Grogtot, what do you do?
I'm gonna stride up literally only 5 feet, and I'm gonna use battle medicine on Cognal as well.
Once a day use on a character, or once a day use per doctor? Because
per doctor. The way it works is Karam can't battle medicine Cognal again. I could, and then Cognal could do himself. But
yeah, kind of. Yeah, I got it. Obviously, the question. Go ahead.
Yep.
Make a DM out of you yet. Starfighter, coming soon.
Yes, just barely. So that is going to be 2d8 healing.
Everyone just wants a kiss and tug on that beard, man.
I love it.
Give me hit points. Give me hit. They just like walk past the half orc. You're embarrassing us. He hasn't hit anything. All the love's for the monk.
You're embarrassing me in front of the wizard. No.
Yeah, I love that line. That's like the best.
Keep calling me a half orc.
And that's 8 healing. And then you know what? Because I still have like 4 charges in my healer's kit, and I still have an action. I'm going to turn and heal Krog as well.
Okay, but don't you got to pull the kit? That's not a bandolier item. You got to pull the kit.
Because my alchemy, I have my alchemy kit as my bandolier item.
I know a healing kit is not bulky, but it is substantial, like pulling an item. So
the held item, I think you can only ever have up to 2 bulk, period. And I have my alchemy kit, which is 1 bulk, and then 10 flasks as my other 1 bulk.
What did you do with your crossbow? Did you drop it?
Yeah, I just drop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but if you want, pull it out now.
I did, yeah. So that's my action. Stride, pull the kit, use the heal.
Okay, to end our round, we have a monk and 1 Morlock left to end the episode as well. So make it good, Corey. What do you got for us?
All right, sweet. So I'm going to use my focus spell of my key strike, which is 2 actions.
Okay.
And then I'm going to target the dude.
Same guy.
Who went bananas on me.
Yeah.
All right, and I am going to cast my key strike and hope.
I think we had it worked out where if you push those buttons, it charges the strike, and then it does it for you in the system.
Oh yeah. So I got to remember how to do that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Oh, come on, man! You're playing the monk. You got to give us some kind of like calling the move or cheesy anime word.
Well, it's okay. We'll get you something here. So let's see. Your study flow, gain the key strike spell and a focus, blah, 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 the key spell, blah, blah, blah. So I get a +1 here somewhere. No, my bad. Okay, so I'm going to focus my little key strike and picture Avatar, the cartoon where he starts waving his hands all around like he's doing his thing, creating this little ball of energy. Ooh. But it's not really a ball of energy.
It's not really a Goku strike? It's not really a video game where you be the blue guy, the red guy? What's red guy Ken?
Nothing like that, and this better be good and be worth it.
I want to be right.
I got a 17 for a hit.
Yes.
All right. So we get lots of damage. So I get 12.
No. 12 points of damage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
With your holy energy that you've been studying the ways of the dwarven deities. Now, have you singled out a single deity source, or are you just tapping the dwarven pantheon, or perhaps just a generic pantheon?
Tapping the dwarven pantheon.
I'm just tapping.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just building it up for you, Joe. You just
how Caden like.
And let's loose, and you fry this guy, and he falls at your feet, which leaves no one because no, wait, nope, that was the guy. You drop him, he does not get his turn, and we will see you all next time. Say goodnight, Cogno.
Say goodnight, Cogno.
I asked you to actually say goodnight, not say what I said. Oh, you're doing a thing. Okay.
I'm doing a thing. Good night, everybody.